Hi, so I was wondering,
Have I actually ever introduced myself?
I mean, I made this video at some point.
Hallo! Herzlich willkommen auf meinem neuen YouTube-Kanal. Ja, ganz kurz zu mir. Ich heiße Trixie, bin 21 Jahre alt und studiere Psychologie.
13 years ago on my first YouTube channel in German. And then for Donttrusttherabbit, I kind of did this.
Hallo!
Hallo?
Herzlich willkommen auf meinem neuen Channel Donttrusttherabbit. Warum der Channel so heißt, zeige ich euch sofort. Ich kann nämlich das hier.
Okay.
Und alle sagen immer, das sieht aus wie ein kleiner Hase. Hasen sind niedlich. Ich bin auch manchmal niedlich, aber nicht immer. Und deshalb Don't Trust the Rabbit.
But that's not what I look like anymore. And that's not who I am anymore either. So I figured,
Let's start from scratch.
let me tell you a few things about me. My name is Svenja, but I started calling myself Trixie on YouTube. So if you prefer calling me that, it's fine. I actually still act kind of surprised whenever I hear my real name, because in my head, my YouTube persona has been connected to the name Trixie for so long that my brain simply cannot handle it. I'm currently 34 years old, but since I'm that close to my birthday, let's just say I'm 35.
Let's just get it over with.
I know, you probably didn't expect me to be in my 30s already. I mean, it definitely doesn't show, right?
No, obviously I'm kidding. Of course I've aged since this video.
Ganz eventuell. Allerdings.
Or this one.
Hey Rabbits, it's Trixie, and I think it's time to answer a really important question.
But yeah, a bit past the peak of the average YouTube age. There are shadows under my eyes where I don't even know. Are they there because I'm tired? Or are they permanent because I'm always tired? By the way, the main reason for that is probably that I'm also a mom.
Deine Mutter.
What a loving transition.
I love my children more than anything, okay?
Worth every sleepless night. However, please respect that I'm planning on keeping my family, my friends, and other people in my life out of these videos, which includes my relationship status. So please stop asking. Besides YouTube, I actually have a real life job that I spend most of my time on. What do? Let's just say I work in the creative business, which is French for I'm chronically broke.
But, you know, I'm passionate about what I do for a living, so...
Yay! In my free time,
Free time? What free time?
I, for example, love taking walks with my dog.
Who's the best girl?
In general, I enjoy nature, but only without pressure. Just being in a nice, calm, beautiful place makes me happiest. I mean, I'm the definition of an introvert after all.
Maybe even slightly on the spectrum.
I don't live in my head all the time though. At times I can be very quirky, whimsical, and outgoing too.
Under the right circumstances.
I'm really bad at small talk, but I have absolutely zero boundaries talking about taboo topics such as childhood trauma, deep emotions, relationships, or also sex.
Anyway, based on my calm nature, I guess I would be the perfect candidate for the slow living trend.
It's just that my life isn't slow or chill, like ever. Which is at least 50% my own fault. Because I keep throwing myself into one project after another. One of which being this YouTube channel. So you understand the magnitude of things. But yeah, I jump from one hyperfixation to another. Be it knitting, graphic design, taking care of plants. Not necessarily successfully, but very passionately and enthusiastically. Until I'm not, and I find the next best thing.
But don't get me wrong, I also have some interests that stick.
One of these interests is perfumes. Not that I could afford any expensive ones, but I love sampling and smelling them. Just look at these. Do I need to say more? This is a very good trick, by the way. You can take the samples home and sniff them all you want. The scents actually last for a while. Sometimes when I like one or two fragrances particularly much, I wear them on my wrist for the day, see how the scent reacts to my skin, my body chemistry, and just listen to the story it tells me, the way it makes me feel. To me, perfume is much more than just smelling nice. I'm more interested in the development of the notes, the vision, the feeling, the psychology behind it.
You know, scents have a very strong effect on me. Same as music, by the way.
Certain songs affect my mood so much that I either forget everything around me and enter a state of pure bliss. My favorite band is Måneskin, by the way. Or I have to beg somebody, please stop the music, because it's making me so depressed or anxious that I plain stop functioning. Now to my biggest passion of them all. Something that I've always felt made me, writing. I have been writing stories since I was a little kid. Whole books even when I was a teenager. Good old times.
And I never stopped. There was never a moment in my life where I didn't work on a novel.
Actually, I'm writing one right now, and I dream of the day when I can show it to you. The chances are low, I know. It's a competitive business and AI doesn't make things easier.
But I know I have to try.
Because writing is my purpose. If there's one thing I'm sure of, it's this. My purpose is to write stories. So far, so good. But if we're being honest, these have all been some pretty positive things about me. And that's not exactly an accurate representation, because humans are complicated, you know? We all have flaws, questionable habits, quirks, and a few skeletons in the closet as well. So in the interest of full transparency, I'm stripping myself naked here, okay? Here are some of my more questionable traits.
I like animals more than most people. I'm very stubborn and overly dramatic during arguments. I can be selfish. I can be childish. I have a toxic relationship with coffee. I'm always cold. The only time I'm not freezing is like this very hot period during summer.
Or when I have a spotlight shining right onto me.
As I said, I suck at small talk. I don't wash my beauty blender nearly as much as I should. I get very bad migraines. No, not only as an excuse. I have like the biggest celebrity crush on Matt Berry. I have absolutely zero sense of orientation. I once got lost inside of a train. Actually, where am I? I think I can be quite a pick-me girl, and male attention matters more to me than I'd like to admit. I have unresolved childhood trauma and daddy issues.
Alright, thank you guys for listening. If you made it this far, please post
crunchy rainbow triceratops
in the comments right now. I'd love to see how many of you can break this stupid cliche of the goldfish attention span. Prove to me that you have patience. Also, feel free to drop your questions and leave a like if you enjoy videos like this. I'd love to make more content like this, speaking eye to eye, but I don't know if they're boring to you, so let me know.
Until next time, bye!